2021 here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. No excuses, just free picks. Just never ends. Just keeps going and going and going. Of course, we do our best to win them all, but these are opinions for the most part. We'll let you know if it's a little stronger than that, but of course our best bets are always our premium picks. Bunch of ways you can get those. We can get them at our premium area on our website, pickdogs.com. We also have YouTube premium picks, which are, a little confusing to some people. But I think it's a confusing thing for me too, but we figured it out. Basically, it's individual picks grouped together, but not a consensus. So I don't know what you call it, a hodgepodge of picks. But that's our YouTube premium. People seem to like it. And then we have our new YouTube Premium VIP. So just have a bunch of stuff going on. Of course, a million questions to go with it. But let's get to it. We've got NBA. We've got Major League Baseball. And we've got probably NHL.
Love the cards today across the board. Nice card.
How'd you do yesterday?
I was 2-1. I would have swept the board if it wasn't for the Cleveland Cavaliers, who imploded in overtime. But winning day is a winning day.
That's for sure. Got Celtics and the Magic. Got the Blazers and the Cavaliers. Got the Hawks and the Suns. And the Pacers and the Kings. Any of those four?
I'm going to be back on the Cleveland Cavaliers again tonight after they gave me the raw deal. This time a little bit less of a play. But Trailblazers are on the last game of a 6-game road trip. I think they're ready to get this game over with, into the win column, and get back to Portland. Also, I'm going to take Orlando Magic plus the 11.5 against the Boston Celtics. Magic have won 2 straight games. They're a scrappy team. I just don't. Boston struggled at home in their last game. I just don't see them blowing out Orlando. So I'll take the Cavs and the Magic plus the points.
I like the Magic as well. I think that's too many points. I think the Celtics win the game, but not by 11. So I'll take the Magic plus the 11 in that one. And the Suns and the Hawks, I like to go under the 228.5. I think it's going to be a run and gun game. I don't think so. I think we got a nice defensive, lower scoring game. Give me under 228.5 in that one. The only two I like.
I like the Magic plus the points against the Celtics. The Celtics are hot diggity dog poop these days. They are going nowhere fast. They would have been better off just tanking the season and going for a draft pick, because they are going nowhere. They are gutless, heartless, and not inspiring. Outside of that, they're okay.
They have the talent, though, to knock somebody off in the first round.
Nope. They got nothing. Not when you play.
What if they're playing the Knicks? They could
they'll get slaughtered. They'll get swept.
No. I'm not a Celtic fan, but
these guys are gutless. Just gutless. They were at the top of the conference, last season. This season, it's like they get beat at home by the Thunder. These guys are a joke. They're a joke.
That is no excuse for that.
Yeah, they're a joke. I think most of these other games, I like the Kings plus the 6.5, but it looks a little trappy at this point. It seems like it's way too easy.
That's a game that I'm going to keep an eye out for our VIP show for later. I have a feeling it's going to be a good one, I think, in that one.
Got the Sixers and the Rockets, the Timberwolves and the Grizzlies. Another one that looks too easy. Got the Bucks and the Wizards. The line is out on that one. I didn't do a video. There was no line. Should have done that this morning. We got the Knicks and the Nuggets and the Jazz and the Spurs.
Yeah, for me, I think it's a strong play taking the Minnesota Timberwolves plus the 3 points at home. The Grizzlies, they are due to start winning again. They're back to 50%, but I just think the Wolves are playing pretty good basketball right now. I like them at home. And then I'm going to take the Washington Wizards plus the points against the Bucks. Bucks had an easy win last night against the Nets, but I think back-to-back emotional games, back-to-back spot here for the Bucks. I think the Wizards cover the spread here.
I don't know what I like. I like the Nuggets over the Knicks here. So over the Nuggets. Give me the Nuggets. Cover that nice little low spread for us over the Knicks.
I'm on the Knicks in that one.
So we can beat you.
Love the Knicks in that one. Knicks are rolling, playing defense. It's like I could see this game being even inside that number, even if the Nuggets win, which I don't think they will. But I think at worst, it's inside the number with that Knicks defense. I also like the Rockets against the Sixers. It's down from 15 down to 13, though. I liked it better at 15, that's for sure. All right, Brian, what are you selling?
Well, today I look to follow up and go for 3 straight winning days. I have my fantastic No Limit Wednesday 5-pack. You get 3 Major League Baseball, 1 NBA, which I'm on a 60%, 27-18 run, and my NHL dog play. All 5 plays, $50, pickdogs.com, premium picks.
Rod?
And for me, it's Wealthy Wednesday. Got a nice 5-pack. Got 3 MLB, 2 NBA. Don't want to miss out on these. Perfect. Jump aboard this Wealthy Wednesday train as we next stop is Cashville City. Jump on over, Pick Dogs Premium, scoop it up. Feeling good about today.
I got an MLB 3-pack. My MLB's been fire, so definitely seeing the ball. Even on my losing days, it's been just, a couple of units here and there, and then, one winning day, it wipes out all the losses for the whole week. Is really because I'm definitely picking my spots, and I found that even the games I'm losing, most of the time I'm not like way off. Like yesterday, my one loss was the Brewers. They lost 6-5. They were right there. They were right there on that Phillies bullpen. It was really a mistake that they had made earlier in the game that ended up costing them. But, I hit my other 2. They were both dogs. We ended up with a nice big plus day. And like I said, I started the season absolutely hideous. I was down like over 2,000 units to start the Major League Baseball season, which puts me up, almost 3,000 units in the last 2.5 weeks. So definitely feeling it. Just using my same strategy that I've always used, which is cap the games first, look at the money second. And when it sinks, those are the ones. Anyways, let's go to Major League Baseball. We got early action at Great American Ballpark. Second best hitters park in baseball. The 2 best hitting teams in baseball going at it. Sonny Gray and Dallas Keuchel. We got the Colorado Rockies, their best pitcher against the Giants' worst pitcher. We've got Seattle against Baltimore. This has been an interesting series, right? I mean, no one's able to really do anything, right? We got the Mets and the Cardinals. It's a doubleheader. Kim and Stroman in Game 1. And Marlins looks like a possible scratch of Lopez here against Weaver. We'll look into it. But any of those 5, Brian?
Yeah, I'm not wild about the early card, but I think the Cardinals are the play over the Mets and Stroman. I think with Kim, he's the better pitcher, but he's a little bit under the radar. I think Stroman starts to play the back of his card today. I like the Colorado Rockies and John Gray to get. They won the Game 2 of that doubleheader yesterday. They didn't show up in Game 1 where I got blown out, but I think they take this game today with their best pitcher on the mound.
And for me in these, I like, give me double Cardinals. I want to take Cardinals Game 1 and Game 2. They beat them both games. Only 2 I like.
I love the White Sox against the Reds. Keuchel against Sonny Gray. Sonny Gray's been batting practice this season, and the White Sox are absolutely murdering the ball, hitting the cover off it like we saw yesterday. It wasn't a fluke little game yesterday. This is what the White Sox have been doing night after night after night after night. They're hitting everybody and everything. Keuchel hasn't been at the top of his game like we saw, like we've seen in the past, but it doesn't matter when your team scores 10 runs, which I think the White Sox will easily do today. If you're going anywhere near Great American Ballpark, you might want to wear a lacrosse helmet because there's going to be balls flying out of that park. I like the Rockies there against the Giants. It was almost a premium pick with Gray against Logan Webb. I think Logan Webb is the weak link there on the Giants pitching staff. I like what the Giants are doing this year, but Webb really hasn't been a part of it. Anyways, go to. I like the Marlins a ton, but I don't know if Lopez is pitching. Tell you what, because we might get better odds if it's not him. I don't care who's pitching against Luke Weaver. I always fade Luke Weaver, and I will continue to fade Luke Weaver. But we got the Yankees and the Astros, the Phillies and the Brewers, the Nationals and the Braves, the Tigers and the Red Sox, and the Twins and the Rangers. Brian?
For me, I think the Milwaukee Brewers are probably the squarest play on the board today, or at least one of them. Phillies have looked pretty sharp for the third game in a row. I think they win another one. Chase Anderson's had one bad start. He's not great, but I just think all the numbers here look like a Phillies plus money play. And then I'm going to take a chance with the Houston Astros to bounce back against the Yankees. Yankees beat them up pretty good yesterday, but I think Houston can bounce back in the second game of the series.
Rod?
And for me, that's what I'm going against the Phillies. I like the Brewers here in this spot. Brewers just a better team, better pitcher. Freddie Peralta's been lights out. I don't trust Chase Anderson at all. Give me the Brewers in that one. I'm actually going to take the Brewers. Fine, I think they can't blow them up. Give me Brewers. Peralta shuts down the Phillies today. Give me Brewers on the run line in that one. And give me the Yankees on the run line. I think they beat the Astros again.
We're going to have to get you a Yankees cap.
Only two I like. Why? Because I took the Yankees the first time yesterday.
Yes, that's right. 2 days.
Today,
that's right. 2 days in a row.
2 days in a row. Better get me a Yankees hat.
Well, you do love the jump on the bandwagon. We know that.
Next it'll be the Dodgers.
I'm surprised he doesn't have a Dodgers hat.
No, I like the Cubs. How can you? The Cubs fading the Dodgers is 8-2 the last 10 games.
But we were fading him since day one. We've been fading him since the beginning of the season, not jumping on the bandwagon.
Exactly.
That's the whole thing.
So I don't think I've been betting the Dodgers all out. Right.
I didn't hear you mention Dodgers Cubs, but I like the Cubs today as well with Alzolay.
We didn't get to that game.
Hey, I didn't think you did. All right.
We were just saying that Rod has a Dodgers hat next to his LeBron jersey. Next to his Lakers shirt with all the trophies on it. Anyways, we've got I like the Astros too against the Yankees. There's just certain pitchers, and Montgomery's one of them that if you see him, it's just an automatic. You just take the other team every time. He's one of those guys.
Louis Garcia.
Yeah. The most overrated stat in baseball. There's two. Starting pitcher record, relief pitcher ERA are the two stats that don't make any sense. Okay. Starting pitcher record, relief pitcher ERA. So that's what those are the ones to watch. Always. Because Garcia, when you look at the numbers, he might have the he might have the worst record. He might be 0-3. But when it comes to ERA, he's half of what Montgomery is. Montgomery's terrible, man. He stinks. He's like batting practice pitcher. Speaking of batting practice pitchers, Lewis Thorpe's pitching today for the Twinkies. Got the Cubs and the Dodgers, Mets and Cardinals game 2, Padres, Pirates, Royals, Indians, Angels, Rays, A's, Blue Jays.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to take a shot with the Chicago Cubs and all that plus money. Alzolay on the mound. He's not the best pitcher, but I think the last 3 starts he's been competitive. And the Texas Rangers, how can you not like him at plus 148? I think the Rangers have a slight edge at pitcher, and I don't think you can lay all that juice with Minnesota there. And the Pittsburgh Pirates plus 210 on the road with Brew Baker on the mound. They won last night. They have a puncher's chance tonight too. I'm going to lay equal bets on the Pirates and the Cubs, and I'm pretty sure I'll come out on top.
Give me the Cubs on the money line. Fading the Dodgers. They just stink. So, I also like the under 6.5 in the Pirates and the Padres game. I think you got a pitcher's due on that one. Runs definitely come at a premium in that one. Give me the under 6.5. Only 2 I like.
I like the Rays against the Angels. Kitteridge against Ohtani. I had the Angels yesterday. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Taking the Rays today. It's like fading the Angels is always so money, and it's like for some reason I don't know what the hell I was thinking. It was because that starting pitcher for the Rays is so bad. I don't necessarily. I would not be jumping on Adbert Azalea by any stretch of the imagination. The Dodgers are terrible. They have been playing really bad and way overvalued and all that stuff, but it doesn't mean I jump on Adbert Azalea. I mean, this guy's not good. He's not good at all. And it's like, so that's one of those situations where it's like, yeah, I have pitchers like Weaver I don't care he's pitching against, and stuff like that. Even Martin Perez, most of the time. But it doesn't mean Adbert Azalea is a bettable pitcher all of a sudden, because he isn't. He stinks. He's not good.
I'm not betting on that pitcher. I'm betting on the Cubs bats who are hot. That's what I'm betting on.
I mean, they're trying to sucker you into the Dodgers today.
Yeah, you hear? How about minus 155 on the Dodgers?
On the road, and they haven't been winning. It really is the other way around.
You were minus 200 last week.
It's really the other way.
Last week, I think.
It's really the other way around.
I mean, Alzolay went 6 innings, he gave up 2 runs in his last
against the Braves.
The Braves have bats in their lineup. They just haven't.
No, they don't. The Braves are the worst scoring team. They're one of the worst I believe they are the worst scoring team in baseball, right? Or next to the Tigers. They're like the Braves are like the least efficient team in offense in baseball. It's like, so. Actually, not. All right, maybe I stand corrected. They've had some big games, so that probably sways the stats. I don't know. I've seen the Braves get smoked plenty this year. The Braves are one of the biggest disappointments out there. I just don't.
You gotta wait till the All-Star break to label a team a disappointment. I think they have the pitching and the hitting. So.
Yeah, like I said, I think there's a better chance of dead Dodger bats coming to life for 8 or 9 innings than Adbert Azalea pitching a gem. I just, like I said, it's not a play for me, but it's like I don't want to get too crazy here. It's like I love fading a favorite as much as the next guy. I don't think I've picked a favorite in the last month, but I don't. It doesn't mean I'm jumping on Adbert Azalea against that Dodgers lineup. These guys, the Dodgers, they have an all-star at every position. They are eventually going to hit. And they've had spots in each of these series that they've played. Like, even in all of these series that they've been getting beaten down on, they've had one game out of the series where they've unloaded on the other team. And this one sets up to be that game. Adbert, Azalea. And then Bueller's like a pitcher they always hit for. They always hit for Bueller. You want to talk about pitcher record and all that other stuff. If Bueller gives up 3 runs, he wins every time. They always hit for Bueller. Let's look at him. Bueller's like the type of pitcher. It's like if Jacob deGrom had the run support that Walker Buehler gets, he would never lose, ever. He would never lose a game. Walker Buehler gave up, last time out, he gave up 5 runs, and he got a no decision. This is the type of run support he gets. Gave up 2 runs, no decision. 2 runs, no decision. No runs, win. 2 runs, no decision. Guy gets run support like no one's business. His one win was a 1-0 win. It was 1-0. He was involved in the 11-6 game at San Diego. Yeah, this guy gets some support. Like I said, it's a no play for me. But because I can't take the Dodgers, who the hell do you think I am?
Well, it sounds like you are making a case for the Dodgers.
I'm not making a case for the Dodgers. I'm making a case for not betting the Cubs.
You look at that line, and I'm not saying it's a bet your house game, but for a guy that's a degenerate gambler like myself, I can't help but put a couple hundred on the Cubbies.
Jarrell Barney says that he doesn't bet baseball. He only bets all these other point spread sports like NBA and NFL.
But he's missing out.
He's missing out because baseball is the best value. There's a reason Pete Rose would rather bet on baseball and be in the Hall of Fame or care to play the game, because it is the best betting sport of all the sports. Because, number one, you get odds on your dogs like no one's business. The best teams, the big favorites, lose 60-plus times a year, on top of that. And then you throw in that you're never out of it. You always have a chance. In the NFL, the way the timing is and the rules and all that other stuff, if you're down 18 points in the fourth quarter, it's over. The game is over. If you're down 18 points midway through the third quarter, generally the game is over,
Unless you're getting 14.
Well, right. But, I mean, in general. Even getting the 14, the calls start going against you, whatever. But it's like that Rangers game last night against the Twins, down 3-1 in the top of the ninth. Leadoff batter hits a home run. Next guy scores. They get gets on. Then they score on a shallow fly ball, right? Just the throws off target. Scores, get into extra innings, leadoff batter, home run again, right? Now they've gone from loser to winner, all of a sudden in the last at the end of the game. And it works both ways. But baseball is the only sport where a team that's way down, that's down 10 runs, can still win.
Yep.
It's the only sport. You're never out of it. You want to talk about getting your money's worth. But if you're a favorite player, I think baseball you could take the worst beating of beatings, right? It's like, because it works the other way, right? The people that take the favorite laying the run line, how many times does that reliever, like up by 2, does that reliever give up the meaningless home run? The meaningless solo shot. It happens all the time. It seems to happen all the time. There's a lot of 1-run games. What was the final score in that Detroit-Boston game that we were talking about yesterday on the show?
7-4 or 7-3.
No. Boston was up like 9-2, and then it went 9-7, 10-7. So it was
10-7.
It was 9-7.
Well, your argument was that Detroit
11,
couldn't
11.
score any runs.
11-7. No, they did. They were hitting home runs. How about that Giants, Rockies game, the first game where the Giants, they went through the order twice, I believe, in the first inning, and the Rockies they made a couple threats, in that one.
Yeah, at least that put me out of my misery in the first inning in that game.
And that ball hit extremely hard. Anyways, we're going to a new show format in the near future. It should be with we should be doing a test this week. It'll be fun. It'll be a lot more professional look, but the same unprofessional show. Don't worry. We'll still be hacks. Haters out there and trolls. You'll still have plenty to work with. I'll be sure of that. Go to the National Hockey League.
It's a solid hockey card tonight.
Solid hot diggity.
Oh, no. Lots of games on there that I would like to wager on.
See what I'm going to be totally opposite of you already. Okay.
Canadians.
Yeah, I'm sure you're riding the Jets tonight, Rod. But
Canadians and Senators. Rangers, Capitals. Blue Jackets, Predators.
You don't give it.
Lightning, Stars. Any of those four?
Yeah, for me, I'm going to ride the New York Rangers here. I mean, they're sitting at 5th place in the East Division. They've lost 3 straight games. This is a must-have game for them. I mean, you're getting plus money with the home team against Washington. Everybody's humping the Capitals, not me. I'll take the Rangers and the Dallas Stars against Tampa Bay. Everybody, as always, is betting the Tampa Bay Lightning. I think the Dallas Stars have a puncher's chance here. I'm going to not parlay. I'm going to bet equal amounts on the New York Rangers and Dallas Stars tonight.
David Stanton.
For me,
go ahead.
For me, in the Rangers in Washington, I think we're going to see a few more fights. As we already seen some fights on that one, and Buddy didn't get suspended, and we're going to see more fights. I like the over in that one. We're going to see goals, plenty, just like we did last time. And I'm going to take Washington. Washington's a better team, and they're enjoying frustrating the heck out of the Rangers. And they'll do it again. We need Washington to win that one, and the over. And the Stars and the Lightning, I like under. I think we barely see any goals. Goals can come at a premium in that one. Give me the under 5.5 on that one. That's all I like in those couple.
You're not taking Tampa Bay?
No, not touching Tampa Bay. I'm going to take the under because I think goals come at a. That's the better play in that game, was the under.
So David Stanton says the NBA is the hardest sport to cap, but I don't agree with that. I think it's been the hardest this season because the guys haven't played. And I think part of that is the no fans in the stands because the argument has always been, about the load management. The argument against has always been that, a fan has paid $400 for a ticket to see Steph Curry and then he decides to sit, right? Or LeBron. That was always the argument, but this year there hasn't been the fans paying the $400 tickets for the most part, so they don't have that excuse. So guys haven't just sat a game for load management; they've sat weeks, and it's been you don't know who's going to play from game to game and day to day anymore. So it's way harder to cap when the guys are playing like they have been last week. I mean, it's been a lot easier. I found, like, at least in my free picks, I'm not hitting them all. I had the Nets yesterday, right? You can say whatever you want. And, I had the Nets.
Bucks were a layup.
What's that?
Said Bucks were a layup.
Well, I mean, I could say that about 6 other games. That,
you hit the
I hit a bunch.
You hit the late game. I forget what it was.
I hit a bunch. It was
David Stanton's right though. I agree with him. The NBA is the hardest.
I think
for me.
College basketball is easily the hardest, and I know more people that I've met in my lifetime that have quit betting over college basketball than any other sport. That's
one of my favorites, but NBA, you don't know who's giving full effort, who's going to be playing. And that's on any given year. You never know how hard some of these guys are.
In college basketball, you got 25-point spreads. You got balls flying in at the end. You got, it's like, I mean, it just seems, how many games were like that? How about that Cincinnati game against UCF where the guy, like, side-handed the meaningless 3? I mean, that's typical college basketball, Typical college basketball. You see it all the time, all the time. I mean, the worst loss I ever took, not money wise, but I think the worst, I've taken some ridiculous losses over the years. There was a Florida Syracuse game a few years ago where a guy heaved one in at the buzzer from, a meaningless shot from the corner. Anyways. Got the Ducks and the Blues, the Smudges and the Golden Knights, the Flames and the JTS Jets, Sharks and the Avalanche. Didn't the Avalanche lose yesterday? It was like a giant favorite. Something like that. Someone did, right? So one big favorite went down in hockey yesterday, like a -265.
Yeah, Buffalo won yesterday.
Rod gave that one out. That was a good one.
And Coyotes against the Kings.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to ride my boys, the Calgary Flames, tonight at -115. I mean, I think they're 10 points behind Montreal with a possibility of 12 points to finish out the season. Montreal does have Toronto and Edmonton on deck, so maybe if the Flames win the rest of the games, they can sneak into the playoffs as a long shot. But for me in this game, I'll take the Flames over the Jets.
And for me, I like the Kings over the Coyotes. Both those teams ain't doing anything, so I like the Kings to get the win in that one. And the Sharks and the Avalanche, I like to go under the 6.5. I don't see a whole lot of goals in that one. And the Jets and the Flames, I'm gonna go with the Flames. Just like Brian says, they need the wins, but I'm not going to take the Jets on the puck line. Take the 1.5. I don't know, for some reason everybody figures that the Jets hot diggity dog poopity poop at -225 plus 1.5 is the way to go. The Jets don't care about the games. They're just sitting waiting for the playoffs to start. They may look like they're doing anything. They're just floating around, just waiting. Their spot's already locked in the playoffs. They don't care about this game. Take the Flames on the puck line, and you get 2 times your money. Love that one. Flames puck line.
Too good to be true.
Even better, 2 times your money.
All right, takes us to our parlay section. Rod, what do you got?
Let's try to hit another one like we did yesterday. We're going to go with the Flames on the puck line. Cardinals on the money line, game 1. The Pirates game under 6.5.
Brian?
Yeah, for me, I'm going to take the Orlando Magic plus the points, the Cleveland Cavaliers plus the points, and the Minnesota Timberwolves plus the points.
White Sox on the reverse run line for me. I like the over in that one as well. And I'll go with the Marlins against Weaver. So reverse run line, White Sox. All right, recap time. And Rod, you're up.
NBA, we're going to go Suns under 228. Magic plus the points. Nuggets lay the points. MLB, we're going to go Cardinals. Take the Cubs on the money line. Take the Pirates under 6.5. NHL, the Tampa Bay Lightning under 5.5. Rangers under or over 6.5. A little Wild on the money line. Kings on the money line. Avs under 6.5. The Flames on the puck line. And my parlay, Flames on the puck line. Cardinals game 1 on the money line. Pirates under 6.5. And it's Ducks Premium. Grab my 5-pack. 3 MLB. 2 don't miss out.
right, thought I lost you there for a second. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, for me, I got dogs aplenty in my lineup. I got the Orlando Magic plus the points, Cleveland Cavaliers plus the points, Minnesota Timberwolves plus the points, the Washington Wizards plus the points, and then in Major League Baseball, the Cardinals money line in Game 1, the Rockies money line, Astros money line, Phillies money line, Pirates money line, Cubs money line, Rangers money line. And then in the NHL, I got the Dallas Stars money line, New York Rangers money line, and Calgary Flames money line. And my parlay was Magic, Cavs, and Wolves. And make sure you check out my fantastic 5-pack with 3 Major League Baseball, 1 NBA, 1 NHL.
Got the Magic, the Kings, the Knicks, and the Rockets. All dogs there. Yep, all those are dogs. Then I got the White Sox, Rockies, Marlins, Astros, and Rays. So most of those are dogs. And then for my parlay, I took the reverse run line on the Chicago White Sox, the over in the White Sox Reds. I would also push that up a couple runs higher to get the bigger payout, and then throw that with the Marlins. That'll be my parlay. Bring it back in. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Appreciate each and every one of you. Let's make it a winning day, and, of course, try and act more professional tomorrow. Have a great day.